Hello! So there were a bunch of people that suggested that I compare South African and Finnish men. But the problem with this is that I don't have a lot of experience with South African men, and I have even less experience with Finnish men. But I have had a lot of interesting conversations with people about this topic, and I kind of wanted to involve you guys because you guys always have such interesting contributions. So let me know what you think and feel free to disagree with me. So one of the first things that I was told is that in Finland it is more common for women to make the first move. I was told that if a guy flirts with me, he's either drunk or foreign. I was told that if I'm interested in a Finn, I need to be really obvious about it, and getting him drunk helps. Now, that really made me laugh because that point right there is very opposite to how it works basically everywhere else in the world. In South Africa, it's more common for men to make the first move. It's obviously not the rule. I mean, women make the first move too, but it's more common that it's going to come from a man. But in Finland, I can kind of see why it's the women that make the first move, because let me tell you, Finnish women are majestic things, without fail. Like, I challenge you to find me an ugly Finnish woman. I'm telling you, they don't exist, and to be honest, it's really annoying. Like, of course no man is gonna go near that. Hell, even I'm intimidated. And then you get me. You've heard my stories, you know how awkward I am. You want this to go up to a guy and be like, hey, I like you. If I did that, the guy would probably pat me on the head and be like, okay, Gollum. Oh, one thing that was really great about Finland was the absence of catcalling, or whatever you want to call it. I had forgotten how common it is in South Africa for men to shout comments at women that they don't know, just randomly in the street. It makes me want to go up to those people and ask them, literally, does this work for you? What is your success rate? Here is a calculator. Please type in the number of times this has worked for you, divide it by the number of times you've tried this, and multiply by 100. What is the answer? And don't tell me, oh, Finnish men do that when they're drunk. Do you know the number of times I've told people about strange things that South Africans do, and then someone will be like, yeah, Finns do that too when they're drunk. I'm like, no, we do this when we're sober. Anyway, next point. I kind of gathered that in Finland it takes a lot longer for the prestigious title of boyfriend or girlfriend to be bestowed upon one another. Like in South Africa, it's quite common for people to meet, go on a few dates, decide they won't be seeing other people, and then bam, boyfriend and girlfriend. I mean, that's not the rule. I know a bunch of other people that have like 5 or 6 levels that you have to go through before someone gets the girlfriend title. But I'd say overall that title is given a lot easier in South Africa than it is in Finland. I mean, I've met a bunch of people who do everything a married couple does, and then they freak out if you ask them, is that your boyfriend? What is it about the title that it's avoided, kind of? Also along this line is that I have heard that Finnish people will tell you that they love you a lot less often or quickly than English people. I'm going to read a comment quickly. The English word love has suffered a certain inflation. People often say they love someone when really they only have a crush or when they like something very much. When a Finn tells you they love you, it has a whole different meaning. Now, I have to agree and disagree with that. I have seen some English people say they love you way too quickly, but when other English people hear that, they cringe and they will judge because that is not normal. You're not supposed to do that. But I hate that argument. Oh, well, English people will say they love ice cream. Like, never in my life have I been told that someone loves me and then been like, he loves ice cream too. The English word love has about 20 different meanings, depending on context. You can love your boyfriend differently than you love your family, differently than you love your child, differently than you love your house, differently than you love food, differently than you love things. It's not the same meaning. It's not the same kind of love, and the word love, with a romantic connection, is thrown around far less than some people seem to think. Hearing it is a big deal, and it is not cheapened by the fact that you might love your mother and also ice cream. Some people have also said that Finnish people feel that your actions are more important than your words, and it's more important to show you love someone than to say you love someone. Up until 10 years ago, I would have agreed with you. But around then, I realized, and to put it bluntly, people die. Like, since then, I stopped taking for granted that the people in my life are still gonna be there tomorrow. Now I think it's equally as important to tell someone you love them as it is to show them, because your actions can be misinterpreted. So I am clear. If I love someone, I tell them and I show them. Like, at the same time, I do understand that telling someone you love them means absolutely nothing if you don't show it, but to me they really go hand in hand, and actually also telling someone you love them is really important. But you know, whatever works for you. And the last point I wanted to make is that I don't know if Finnish men are just really good actors or what it is, but you come across a lot more mature than South African men. Now I'm only talking about people I've met in person in South Africa and in Finland. Obviously, I'm not trying to diss all South African men because I haven't met all South African men, but in the areas that I've been out, or the men that I've spoken to, it's not that they're immature, it's just that they are more immature than Finnish men. I don't know why that is. I feel like it might have something to do with the fact that in Finland you get paid to study, and so you're independent a lot quicker. In South Africa it's common to be 30 years old and living at home just because you can't afford to move out. Like, when I got to Finland, for the first time in my life, I considered dating younger than me. Whereas in South Africa, if you're a day younger than me, I'd be like, pity. But as I say, Finns could be really good actors, but I'm just saying that the ones that I've met in person so far, there is one exception popping into my brain right now, but anyway, we'll ignore that. You seem to be very mature. But anyway, I think I should stop there because I've been speaking for a really long time, but I feel like I could actually keep talking long enough for another video. But yes, please let me know your thoughts. I always read the comments, even though right now I'm a little too busy to reply because of thesis deadlines and things. I hope everyone is well. I will see you, I don't know when, but anyway, bye!